Well, tonight I'm working on making some jalapeno cheddar sticks, venison pork. Never tried making jalapeno ones. I've always done like teriyaki and just cheddar ones, but so put all of the powder. I used just a regular seasoning mix and then added some paprika and some garlic powder and salt, and then the cures in here. Shake that up real good. I'm gonna do 7 pounds of each and then a pound of cheese. That's my plan. All right, there's 2. Tell which one the venison is. No fat in it. Two. We'll dump in a can of jalapenos. Another 2. Dogs are just waiting for me to drop something. There we go. Can of jalapenos. I bought this kind because they're already all diced up. Should mix in. Now I'll put 3 pounds, I'll be set. Each ice cream bucket is about 8 pounds of meat, what it comes out to be. Just an FYI if you guys are doing this. Suppose if you push it in, you might be able to get 8.5. I need 3 pounds of venison. There we go. Just egg her over, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's get some cheese. So, grocery store. This is smoking cheese, so it's got a higher melting temp. And I had to ask the meat department for it. And they come out with this giant bag. Can I just buy like a couple pounds? They're like, nope, 5 pounds. I'm like, well, that's great. So I think I'll make burger patties and put some in there. Alright, it's just a hair over a pound. We'll mix it in and see what it looks like. If we want to put more in there or not. Put this flask. That was 5 cans of that stuff I put in. Oh, and I do my grind. I use the 1/8 inch one. I just run it through once. Sprinkle that in there. We're going to throw a little bit of that in there too. pretty good. And then we should add about 1.5 cups of water. 1. And 1/2-ish. Smells good. Once I get this all mixed together, I'm gonna put it in that big tote over there, and then put it in the garage fridge for a couple days. Let it marinate and cure all this stuff mixed in, and then we'll put it into stick casing. Try to get a good mix tonight. And then I'll probably do burger patties next. And then the rest we're just going to do burger with. Make sure you get it all mixed together though. Should grab one of those scrapey things on the side. How festive we are. Alright, I think I'm gonna dump this in there. I'm gonna hand mix it. It looks like she's pretty. Smells like jalapenos. I'm gonna put a little cheese in it. There, I think that was 1 pound. I'm gonna work out on that. The mixer so I can get it out of there easier. But you gotta pull the handle. I read online that you should be using the powdered jalapenos, but I did not think that far ahead, so I just went to the grocery store and bought the canned ones. See what happens. Why that pork fat just sticks to everything. I'm doing a 50-50 mix if you're wondering. get this flattened out. It seems a little bit sticky. Maybe I'll add some more water to it. So you want it to be kind of run, or a little bit, so it runs through the stuffer okay. If it's a little sticky, it's not going to go that great. Pretty clean. I want to throw a little more water in this. If you don't have a mixer, this is what you got to do, is all by hand. Looks like there should be jalapenos and cheese in every stick. A little greasier now. There, we'll let that cure for, probably give it a day or two. Probably do it Friday night, so that way I can stay up late to run this all through the smoker. Or I do it Thursday night, let them dry out over a day in the fridge. So then the casings are nice and dry. Then smoke them on Friday night. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know, I think that's enough cheese. I don't know. Here it is, a towel grid. Alright, well, I'm going to pause you guys for now. Here's the seasoning I used. It's just the original recipe. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But I got this at Runnings. Well, here is, let's see, it'd be 7 pounds and 7 pounds, 14, 16 pounds of venison jalapeno cheddar sticks. Put this in the fridge, let her cure for 2 days. And Thursday night I'll put it in a casing, and then on Friday I'll put it on the smoker. Alright, it's been 2 days. This has been sitting in the refrigerator doing its marinating, curing thing. Here's what I'm using. 19mm sticks. And I just fed on what I could fit onto the tube. So, cut this off here. And then we gotta fill this up. Kind of with my hand. Now when you put it in here, maybe they need to have some water. It feels a little thick. You want to have some so it's a little slippery. Otherwise she ain't gonna feed through there at all. You'll be cramming your... Well, this stuff smells good. Here, I'll get you so you can see what I'm doing here. I just dumped some water in it and I'm just remixing it. You can smell the jalapenos. Now when you put it in your stuffer, I've done it with the meat mixer stuffer, and then I bought one of those horn style ones, and I struggle to do sticks out of them. Kind of pack it in there, you don't want air bubbles. I kind of jam my hand in there. Yeah, when I use that horn style, you go from a tube like that down to your thumb size. It takes a lot of pressure. It did not go well. So I ended up using a jerky gun, and that took quite a while. So pack this. That should probably be good. Rinse my hands off now. So my stuffer is this an LEM 5-pounder. There's bigger ones out there in different brands, but that's what I end up buying. Slide that in there. What I'm going to do is fill up all my casings tonight, put them in this bin, and then let it set overnight, and then tomorrow night I'm going to start doing the smoking of it. Because that's going to take quite a few hours. Because you want to slowly bring it up to temp. Okay. I should really tie this off. We'll just twist it. Then when you're cranking, you just want to put a little bit of pressure on here so it fills up the casing. And if you pack them too full, you're just going to blow out the casing. You get the hang of it as you start going. Got my dog Duke here. He's thinks this stuff smells pretty good. He's whining here. I think my horn's just a little bit too small, but it's working. I think this is a 1/2 inch, and then 19 millimeters is going to be a little over a half. So what is 19 mil? 12 millimeter, 12.4? That's a 1/2 inch. So it might be closer to 3/4. I don't know, it's working. Well, anyway, you get the gist on how to do this. I'm just going to kind of loop it around and then throw it in that, put it back in the fridge for the night. Let the meat kind of adhere with this collagen. I might try the other horn the next go around. We'll see. But let the meat kind of adhere to it better overnight. And let's see what I got. 17 pounds. So it'll be probably 3 of these. No, a little over 3. So I'll probably figure 4 because I didn't quite fill it right up to the brim. Alright, well, I will, to be continued. You guys get the idea what I'm doing here, so I'm going to finish filling this guy. And then I'll just keep going, and then I will get back at you guys tomorrow when I start the, then I always kind of crank it up to relieve the pressure when you stop. And twist the end up. But tomorrow I will show you how I do the smoking. Well, I can show you how I put one on because I didn't realize I didn't show you guys. But this is what I used in the past. This is a jerky gun. You can get single tube or 2 tubes, but see how much shorter these are compared to that? So you can't get, I can put a lot more of that on here, so I don't have to sit there and keep restringing it all. But this is a lot cheaper option. I do even have a smaller gun yet. That's what I start out with making jerky. Rather than if you buy this, these are probably, I don't know, 50 bucks. But if you're just learning or trying out, see if you like it, I would say just buy the jerky gun rather than investing, but we've been making this stuff for years now. And I do brats and breakfast sausage. This year, we still have some left over from last year, so this year I was just going to make sticks. I made burger patties and just hamburger. We go through that the most. When I do brats though, I like to do maple blueberry. And the trick to that is freeze the blueberries and dump them in right before you start stuffing, so that way they don't smash. Usually by the time at the end you start getting smashed ones because they're starting to thaw. But you can get quite a ways before you... I don't know, maybe some of you are like, ew, gross, blueberries and sausage? Don't knock it till you try it, that's all I gotta say. Oh, there's an air pocket in that one, so I kind of wait for it to refill. Okay. This is my second fill, so I probably got 2 more to go, possibly 3. Do that. Anyway, so now you got to see how to put it on there. Now I gotta put that clamp back on. Alright, so here's the price. It's 155 bucks for this thing. But it works pretty dang good. Alright, Saturday morning. Oh, it's a little after 6. So I'm gonna smoke these sticks. And come on. My smoker only goes down to 205 or 200. So they say you should bring it up and run it at 140 and slowly bring it up, but I'm gonna have to run it at 200 and then keep flipping. So mine will probably go a little quicker, but you want to smoke these things to get them like 155 internal temp and then stop them from cooking. So I'm going to get racks, get as many as I can in here. Then we get the ice bath and just rotate them out as I get them done. But just kind of the next step in the process. I'm going to load this up. I'll come back and show you guys. Okay, so I got racks that I got them all stacked up on there. Hopefully I got like half of them in there. And she's going to spike a little bit because now it's going to start pumping in more pellets because it's like, oh, it's low on temperature. So it's going to go up and then come back down. But we'll keep an eye on her. Great way to start Saturday morning. I think I got about half of them in there. So hopefully I can do it in 2 batches. Alright, so change of plans. Stacking them all up like that. The bottom ones got done way sooner than the tops. So I was rotating and cutting them up. So I'm going to try smoking them this way. And that way I can kind of roll them as they get done. And as they get done, I'll pull them off and then keep rotating and putting more in. Well, it's going better this way. A lot more babysitting and coming over here constantly and rolling them, checking the temp, taking the ones that are done off. You kind of tell by looking at them when they're done. Like I'm betting that one's just about there. Let's put this probe in it once. Keep going. Yep. She's good. So then I throw it in ice water. Well, it's not really ice anymore, but still cold water to stop the cook. Otherwise, if you keep letting them cook, then they're going to get dried out. Alright, that one's going to be good. That one out of here. How about this one? Yep. These 2 are done. I think most of these, they're going to be just about ready. That little guy's not going to be. Put him over here where it's hotter. Now with the pellet smoker, it's a lot hotter down at the firebox than down on the other end. Alright, that one's done. Alright, well, I'm going to go through and check these for now. So here's what I got going on. The bananas are getting kind of ripe. So, when they first come off the smoker, throw them in there, and then as I get these packaged, I move them over here to get them dry. Just let them get all dry before you throw them into. I've been vacuum sealing them, but there's the sealed pack. So these will go in the freezer here once I get done, but it's a slow process, but sure are tasty. My son's friend was over and he already took a bag of them. He approved, so. But I'll show you when they're all done, but you get the idea. Alright, well I ended up with 10 pouches or bags. Good handful of sticks per bag. Plus one bag that our son's friend already took. And the dogs got about 5 of them when I walked away, 5 sticks. But a lot of work. It's tasty, but a lot of work. Well, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.